Howdy, fellow folks on the internet, and welcome back for another Wisco Movie Watchers podcast review brought to you by PTE Creative. Today we're talking about the new Wes Anderson film, The Phoenician Scheme, which I got to see a nice little early access screening to, so wanted to share some thoughts with you as we move forward through this summer season of films. Now, the way we're doing reviews, as always, we're going to start with a spoiler-free section, and then we're going to get into some spoiler stuff. This film really isn't going to be ruined if you know the spoilers. Besides maybe one or two plot points, nothing is really going to blow your mind and go, oh, you ruined the whole movie for not knowing that. It's more so just to give some detail to the spoiler-free content that we're going to do. So we're going to do spoiler-free, and then we're going to do some spoilers at the end of the show. Now, before we get into one little piece of business for you, if you could, please like, comment, subscribe on the video and to the channel. It helps us grow. Dylan and I are really working hard to get this channel a little bit back up to where it should be, so we appreciate it. But let's go spoiler-free content first. So Phoenician Scheme was very, very enjoyable. Frankly, I've been tracking all of Wes Anderson's filmography down this year. There's a few that I am still missing. I have never seen his animated work. I've seen bits of his animated work, but I've never seen the Fantastic Mr. Fox or Isle of Dogs. And Bottle Rocket has been sitting on my kitchen table off and on for the last 2 months as I have taken it from the library. Life got in the way. Went back to the library, I took it from the library, and then it went back to the library. So, and I pushed it, I paid some late fees because I'm going to do it. And I just never had it in me to watch that film. It's not out of disinterest, it's just, life was getting in the way. Summer's coming, so naturally everybody in my life wants to do a lot more, including myself, so I'm happy to see people. Which is really interesting note, I think, and a good transition for this film. Lately, the Wes Anderson films, while extremely enjoyable, and I really do enjoy his more recent work, has kind of exploded into the everybody gets to play. Everybody gets to play. And while the central characters are the central characters, the cast feels bloated is not the correct word, but it feels like a true ensemble cast where no one is more of the star. And I think that actually has hurt some of his more recent films, in my humble opinion, I guess, because it feels like we sort of lose some of the interwoven spirit that really made his early work and the work that he does best stand out. I'm talking about anything from Royal Tenenbaums, Rushmore, onto even Grand Budapest Hotel, although they have these giant ensemble casts with all these fun cameos and everything happening. There's always a lot of fun in his films. Those films focus on 2, 3, or 4 very central characters, and then everyone gets to play a part around them. Where lately, his most recent work, it seems to be everyone gets to play. This is solely focused on Benicio del Toro and our other 2 principal actors, which is Mia Threepleton. I want to make sure I did that correctly, but I'm not sure if I did. My apologies to you, young miss, if I mispronounced your name, but you did a wonderful job, so I was very happy to see that. And Michael Cera. It's really fun to see these 2 new additions to the Wes Anderson team, so to speak, of all of his friends getting to come and play. It's really fun to get to see these 2 shine in this film. And there's all these other great cameos that are listed, and a lot of the mainstays of the Wes Anderson catalog come to play as well. And it's always really fun, but I really appreciated the focus is on the core 3 members of this cast. And then there are noticeable cameos that mean something, but they don't overpower the core 3 characters, and it's a throwback to more of his best work, in my opinion, that I really, really appreciate and love, which made me fall in love with his filmography in the first place. So the central core of those performances are tremendous. Benicio del Toro, this is one of those where he just gets to cook. And it's fun to watch someone that brilliant work. Benicio del Toro gets to shine throughout this film, and I love him in this film. It's really, really fun. again, we're focused on that main cast, which is awesome. And as per usual, the art design and the art direction of these films is superb. It's spectacular. It's so visually striking, doing all these things that we can possibly see no one else do is spectacular. But we're getting to go. I felt this was a perfect way in that it felt during, especially those pandemic films, that we didn't get a lot of that classic interplay of Wes Anderson where we go from place to place to place. It was really fun to get back to those things. I felt like during the pandemic, you could feel the restraints put on a creator just a little bit. Where even Asteroid City, although there's different sets in that, it's just, okay, everything's here in this one place. And it's very desolate, doesn't matter that much in terms of scope outside the world. This was brilliant because you got to go from all these different places in a very Wes Anderson way, but it felt like a globe-trotting adventure to a degree told by Wes Anderson, which I absolutely loved. And there's a slightly darker tone to this movie. It's still a Wes Anderson film. You can get the tone immediately, and the dialogue is obviously very, very on point, especially with someone with this unique of a filmmaking style. But the darker tone is there, and it's felt, and it's great because it makes the comedy come through even more, and the character we're coming through more because he's dealing with these heady, weighty themes, but in a very fun tone that only he captures very well, and I appreciate that. So overall, I really enjoyed this. It was really fun going to this theater, and it was 25-30 people max in the theater. I mean, I did a quick sweep around. I think, if I had to guess, it was about 22 people. But I'm going to say, just out of optimism, 25-30 maybe. But you could tell everyone that was there really wanted to be there because they're interested in this filmmaker's work. And that was really, really exciting. It was a communal experience again. But it let the movie shine because it was just everyone was very focused on the work. And the work came through and it was a lot of fun. I had a hell of a time. I'm thinking now, in retrospect, we're racking up movies now. I've now joined the Marcus Movie Club, so I'm racking up a lot of movies for the year. I think the Phoenician Scheme is now probably coming in my number 2. I don't know if anything is going to unseat Sinners. Sinners is such an incredible film that I am very suspicious that anything is going to take it out of the running until we hit possibly Oscar season, unless our two big juggernaut comic book movies that I just always want to love just sweep me off my feet. I don't think anything this summer is going to take away Sinners as the number 1 slot, but I'm going to say I think Phoenician Scheme comes in as my second favorite film. It's a close one between Thunderbolts and that so far, and I've gotten to see Mission Impossible, tracking down some more films through the streaming services, so and I've already started racking up, hey, I'm going to go see this, this, and this, planning my theater experiences this summer. So I think Phoenician Scheme is a very worthwhile watch. You should go check it out. But that is the spoiler-free part of the show. So I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, and we're going to get into a little bit of spoilers and have some fun with things going forward. So here's your official countdown into spoiler territory. Cease watching the show, and thank you for watching if you do, but cease watching the show until you see the film and come back and watch the spoiler first. So we're counting down 3, 2, 1, and you are now in spoiler territory, folks. Here's some fun stuff. Phoenician Scheme, right away you meet a charming yet dastardly villain as our main character in Benicio del Toro, who he is... I don't want to say caring. That's not the right word to say it. But he has some sort of little moral code to him. But it's as fluid as a river. Which is really fun to see someone like Benicio del Toro play. But it's such a captivating performance from him where you just want to like him. And he's likable the entire time. But he's a capitalist. He's an industrialist. And a crooked one at that, to where the U.S. government's hunting him down, other governments completely hate him. He's infamous for escaping death all the time. People are essentially rooting, oh, I want this guy to die. And then the rumor mill, he's lost 3 wives before, and the rumor mill is he murdered them and just got away with it because of all of his money. So it's a really fun place to meet this character. And right away when you meet him, he survives yet another near-death experience, which is so much fun to watch. And again, it's the perfect Wes Anderson style where, he's on a plane escaping a potential plane or trying to escape a potential plane crash, and he's still so calm and collected that the book he's reading, he folds it up and puts it into the side pocket of the chair on the airplane. Like, just those little details that make it really, really fun and show the composure of that character and the quirkiness that Wes Anderson does really well. But to see that, and now you get joined by, he's going to name the heir of his fortune, which is his estranged daughter who's trying to become a nun. And you see their experience together, which is really, really fun. And then you have Michael Cera in the background as kind of he is a tutor to his 9 sons that are all younger than his daughter, but he's very removed from them as well. Again, classic Wes Anderson found family. We're just going to smash everyone together, and we're going to find these familiar ties. It's really fun to see those 3 in action, though, specifically with Del Toro, Threepleton, and Cera. All 3 are really fun together, and it's a hell of a good time to enjoy and see where they go. So we have this industrialist who he's planning up the best new scheme he's ever had. It's his life's work, and he's building this giant industrialist dream of building a dam and a railway tunnel and farmland and all these kinds of things while creating famine and looking at slave labor, all these different things in a fictitious country known as Phoenicia. And yet he has all these broken familial ties. That's really, really fun to see play throughout. And every time he checks in with one of the people he needs to finish the project with, that's where you get those really fun cameos from the Wes Anderson crew. So you get to see immediately Riz Ahmed and Tom Hanks, Bryan Cranston come through and get to play some really fun characters, and they get to shine for just their little bit. But again, the focus is on Benicio del Toro and company. We're really focused on our core 3, which is so much fun as they're going through. And then there's a ridiculous basketball scene. There's all kinds of fun things that are happening through there. Then we get to see new ties with with Jeffrey Wright, Scarlett Johansson, all kinds of characters. And the entire time he's questioning his, I don't want to say faith, but he's questioning the experiences of his life. And always focusing on, have I done the right thing? So he's having these visions of this fictitious heaven with Bill Murray as God. Willem Dafoe is his defense attorney in heaven. Like, all these different things. And he's analyzing his relationship with his estranged daughter and how he wants to be there. And their relationship slowly gets closer and closer. Naturally, it breaks apart again, but comes closer and closer as well. So it's a really, really fun experience to see that happen. The cameo work is on point. Really, really fun cameo from Benedict Cumberbatch here as well, which just, again, great actors coming together, working with someone special like Wes Anderson. You gotta love it. But we get, the way they've set up Phoenicia is all these different ecological systems. So you have one that's, we get inside the railroad tunnel. Then we get into a giant palace that's been ruined by Americans. But then we also get CIA-style corporate espionage from the U.S. government. Plus we get jungle interactions and nightclubs and ships on the river, all kinds of different things. And it feels like a classic globe-trotting adventure told through the lens of Wes Anderson. So, heck of a lot of fun here. I really don't have a complaint about the movie. It feels just a very focused, straightforward film. I don't want to say it's my favorite Wes Anderson film. I still will give that to Moonrise Kingdom. It's by far the one that matters the most to me. Grand Budapest is also phenomenal, as is Life Aquatic. Those are my 3 favorites. Royal Tenenbaums is making a push lately as well. But I really do enjoy every single Wes Anderson film I've ever seen. It's really fun tracking down Darjeeling Project, a couple other ones lately. But I must say, Phoenician Scheme is definitely up there for me. I really, really enjoyed this film. I think it's some of his best work, especially since Grand Budapest Hotel. It probably is the one I've enjoyed the most, which says quite a bit because I really, really love his work. I think it's well worth the experience for you. I could give you more spoilers, but it really doesn't matter. It's just the fun of Wes Anderson. You have to experience it and enjoy it for yourself. But I think this is a very worthwhile watch, and I hope you guys go see it because it's really fun. So go check it out. Go to your local theater and have the experience with somebody. Take a friend who's never experienced it because I think this is a fun way to get into that world because it's great, but it's not his best work, but it's still really goddamn good. And so they can get that fun taste of stuff, and then you can have them explode into that catalog and have a lot of fun, which I think they will thoroughly enjoy, as will you. So go check it out at your local theater and support theaters because they are awesome and the movie going experience is tremendous. Gotta love that. But thank you guys so much for watching and listening wherever you may be. Once again, if you could, like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow over here at PT Creative because we got more stuff coming your way. But as always, thank you. We'll see you for another review. And you're going to get a new episode of the Wisco Movie Watchers podcast with Dylan and I going into Jurassic Park as we get ready for the new Jurassic World. We're doing a big box office return, so check that out on this week's show. Peace, love, and hugs to you all. Go watch a great movie. Make it Phoenician Scheme if you can. Goodbye!